another video on this stuffed braised celery, but I'm not going to braise it. I'm going to cook it on the barbecue. But what I want to do first is I just want to get the stuffing ready. I've made too much stuffing, but these sausages that I bought, they're Italian sausages, and they're just past the date that need to get used. So I'm making more, and I'm going to cook them in a different way. But I just want to make the stuffing first, so it has time to kind of set and soak up the bread soak up the egg, and everything to kind of like combine a little bit more, because it'll set up a little bit better if it's in the fridge for a few hours. So about 600 grams worth of Italian sausage. There's about 50 grams worth of fresh bread, which I've just wetted with a little bit of water. 50 grams worth of hard Italian cheese. There's an egg, and there's some pepper. These sausages are kind of quite firm, and there's quite some big lumps of fat in them. So we'll just kind of have to see how this goes. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel the outsides of the celery. We'll take off the outside leaves, and then we'll put the stuff in the celery, apart from the celery heart. Clean all this off and make it a bit nicer, and then wrap it in a bit of wire, this wire here, and then we'll cook it on the barbecue outside. I won't show you cooking it on the barbecue because we'll just show you the results of being cooked on the barbecue. So it might be kind of quite difficult to mix these Italian sausages. Probably would have been better putting it through the mincer, but for the sake of a couple of minutes of squishing things together, it'll save me washing up the mincer. But probably would have been better putting through the mincer. No, it'll be fine. So it'll just, I don't want lumps of meat, that's what the problem is. Yeah, I'd advise putting it through the mincer. These Italian sausages, they're more meat. The sausages in the UK have got grain in them, like a bit of bulking agent, like some bread already in them, so they tend to be softer than European sausages, which tend to be just a lot more meat and spices rather than bread. I don't know why. Maybe it's because European sausages tend to be more cured, so they'll make a sausage and then cure it and then dry it, whereas sausages in the UK don't tend to be dry like that. They just tend to be made, left for a couple of days, and then eaten. So that's probably why the Europeans don't put bread in, and also it's a bulking agent, so it makes things go further. So it's a way of bulking out meat and feeding people cheaper. But nicer English sausages. There we go, that's better, isn't it? Right, so that's all nicely combined. So I'll leave it in the fridge for a couple of hours before we make this. I'm going to go out for a walk, so it's best off that I make it, and then it's ready for when I come back. And if there was going to be any problems with it, I want to be able to sort it out. Right, so that's fine. So I'm going to go and cover my hands, leave it in the fridge, and then we'll put it all together when I get back. Let's have a play around with this. Peeled those, just the outsides, just to get rid of the excess strings. I'm going to wrap one in a bit of wire, and then the other one I'm going to wrap in foil. I'm going to cook them both on the barbecue. Whereas the barbecue's on, whereas I kind of think I would put the one that's in foil, I could put it in the oven, but if the barbecue's on, I might as well cook them both on the barbecue. So, what do I reckon? About, maybe not all of that. So I've just put an elastic band around the end of that, just to kind of keep it in place. And then, simple case, so put in the filling, the force meat, the stuffing, the meatball mixture, or just plain old sausages in there would be fine. And then using the celery to kind of keep it in place. So pack it in, and then it should get into all the places on the inside. I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know why I've got this attitude. No, not my attitude that's a problem. It's something else. Someone else's attitude is a problem at the moment. But that's a whole other story. So, I don't know why I said attitude. So I don't know where I've got this idea from. But I've got it from somewhere. So back in there, let's give it a squish. I don't want that sticking out too much, don't want that sticking out too much. You can put a bit more in there. And then we're going to see what happens. Now this meatball mixture would cook on the barbecue anyway, so I'm not bothered about it being a problem. Does that look okay? I'll tell you what we'll do. Pack that in there like that. Move this elastic band to the other end just to keep it in place, and then we'll open that up and then we'll pack some more in there. So we've used about half the mixture, which should be fine, and I'll use the other half mixture in the other bits of celery, and then we'll wrap those in foil. So I'm going to do this. I don't know. My idea is that we'll just probably a little bit too. Yeah, I'm going to need some better wire than that. That's too stringy. I'll get some other wire, non-plastic coated wire, and then we'll wrap it up. And we'll be back when I've wrapped it up, I think. Otherwise, I'm going to make a fool of myself, aren't I? Right, I've got some better wire. So that on there like that. I think we'll need 3, but I've got 2, but you get the idea. And then tie it like that, and then another one on the other end, and then one in the centre, I think. You probably do with a pair of pliers. And my hands are a little bit slippy, but you get the idea. So this one wrapped up in wire, I'll do a better job of that. Put just another one bit around the centre. Then that one do the same, but wrap it in foil and cook with the foil on top of the barbecue. Do you need to see it on the barbecue? Probably not. I'll just cook it in the barbecue and I'll bring it back when it's ready. Right, I've cooked them. I charred it on purpose, obviously. So let's just have a look at that and see if that makes a difference. That tastes good. That tastes good. Right, so centre bit. I've let it cool so it's not red hot. You know, it's pretty good, isn't it? How does it taste with the meat? That's worth it. That's really nice. The barbecued of its barbecue really kind of works on it. Let's have a look at. Let's see if that would work. I'm just cooking it in the oven. Lots of juice poured out into the barbecue. Okay, that's worked, isn't it? So you could do that in the oven. I just did it on the barbecue because I lit the barbecue. Let's just get rid of that. And there we go. That's cooked it. I'm just beat it. I'm just about to go swimming. That's really good. Obviously Italian sausage makes it. Well, that's really nice. There we go. I don't think I need to experiment with that anymore. I think I've exhausted that, but it kind of works. It kind of works. I don't know. It's all right for home, but I can't imagine anyone would want to pay me to make that. I'll serve it to them, but it's just kind of interesting, isn't it? You know, you wouldn't have to. You could wrap it in the Italian sausage, the meatball mixture in leeks or anything like that. But anyway, it's nice. I enjoyed it. Yeah, it's different, very 1970s. But there we go.